stud. My biggest buck, I think, with a bow.
I'm gonna let him get through the gateway and then I'm gonna hit him with a couple grunts. See if we can't pull him back up here. There he goes. There he goes. Smoked him. I just smoked Whitey. It's 10 after 6. I just hammered him. He came through our old gateway. I gave him a couple grunts. He came right to us. Probably 27 yards. I hammered him.
It's almost about time to wrap it up here tonight. Been a pretty slow night. We had doe falling and then a little buck come underneath us right when we got in the tree. And then after that, it got pretty slow. Oh, right here. It's him, it's him, it's him. Gee, look at the brows on that buck. He looks almost identical to my 10 last year. What a freaking awesome deer.
Buck right here. Yeah, I'll shoot that deer.
We've literally been in the tree. I don't even think we're completely set up yet.
That deer. Oh yeah.
We had phenomenal blood for 400 or 500 yards and just never stopped. He bedded twice and must have been bedded and just knew he wasn't gonna make it and fell down the rest of the way of the hill. It feels nice to punch a Wisconsin tag.
I've seen enough of them. All right, here we go. Ready? I hard shot him. Go down. He just bedded down. Oh man. I can't believe that just happened, dude. First deer of the trip.
Truly blessed for this opportunity and couldn't ask for much more than this, and just feel very fortunate. So
today the sun come out. We got standing corn down this hill, probably 400 yards. And these deer should be bedded up here to the north of us, and they should be heading down this afternoon. Barrett. I absolutely drilled him. Where you at him? Yes. I think I... November 16th, down here in Iowa. We just got him out of the woods, got him out in the open here and propped up. Brandon and I have been at it the last couple of days down here. Weather's been real cold. We got hit with a snowstorm yesterday.
We should be about, we're thinking somewhere within 150 yards of this deer now, from where we seen him this morning. Our guess is he's on the other side of this draw here. We're gonna just ease up on the top here and slowly work it and keep looking down in the draws, and hopefully we can run into him, but we know we're getting pretty close to him here. Thanks, dude. That's a hell of a deer. The deer still had a lot of life left in him. We were able to get closer on him and get one more arrow in him. It's not the way you want to see it done, but what an awesome buck. I'm happy with him, really happy with him. Kind of fed out the winter wheat field behind us. But the next group is already on its way in.
I'm pumped, man. I can't thank these guys enough for bringing me out here. This has been a heck of a trip. This year's been so much fun.
Couldn't be happier to have my first out-of-state buck on the ground, especially with Mike Mansell behind the camera. We've been chasing deer for a long time together, and this is the first one he's filmed me kill. Good buck anyway. It's really cool when it all comes together like it has this year.
That's not a very high scoring deer, but that deer has been a 200 plus pound deer since summer. I think that deer is old. He came walking up and he's got so much mass on him. Oh man, I know he's not gonna score worth a hoot, but that is a big deer. That's a big deer. I smoked him.
Woo, we found him. He gave us a good blood trail, but pittered out at the end here. That's a nice main. Oh, just look at that frame. Wow.
Hopefully some show up tonight before dark, because it gets dark quick in here. We're in real tall old timber, so not much sunlight gets through, so hopefully they want to cooperate and want to get at this bait early. Set through the heart.
Wow. I was tore up inside.
Yeah, good head.
Really thought that was a bad shot. Look at that. That is awesome. First bear ever down. Thank you so much, Brad. This has been awesome.
Yeah, congratulations.
Yep.
We keep doing this year in and year out, man. I'm gonna have to owe you. So buck down, Dad. Yep. Give me a high five, buddy. I mean, the last 4 years have been a struggle learning a new farm every year. But I'd say we're off to a pretty good start with this one, bud. Don't move. He's walking this way, dude. He's walking right here. Don't hardly move. You on him? Tell me when you're good, Logan.
Super happy we were able to find him. We knew it was going to be a dead deer. It was a little low, a little back, but he was quartering away super hard. So the hunt was awesome last night. Decoy Dan did his job.
See him in the bottom.
Meh.
I thought my shot was a touchback. It looked like lung liver. And he ran across the creek and he kind of hunched up. And then he went up the hill and we watched him crash. He's laying dead probably 90 yards from us.
Let this deer go overnight. We're gonna go down here where I shot him, go look for the arrow, see if we can find blood, start following the trail.
Right in the middle of those trees.
Alright. This was another buck we had on the list. He's a tight racked, mature deer. Not a high scoring deer, but definitely a mature deer. I'm super happy with him. He's an awesome buck.
Pretty sure it's a shooter out here. Right about 150, 200 out. He just went down in the field right there. Oh man, does that feel good?
What here? It's a big flats. He's right here. First velvet whitetail opening night in North Dakota, 2019. Couldn't ask for anything better. And to start off, I mean, we weren't in a tree more than 2 hours to start the season. This guy walks right in, 15 yards.
Come on. Dude, let's go. Let's go. That could not have worked out any better.
Hell yeah.
Damn. Look at those inside points.
This week's been a pretty good grind. It's day 7 or 8, and this is our first buck or mature buck encounter that we've actually had in all those days. We made it work tonight. Great night, great buck.
Last night, well, yesterday afternoon was pretty rough on me. We watched this buck go into this last draw probably, I'm gonna tell you, 1,000 yards from here yet. And we waited for what we could see. He never come out. He wasn't in there. I found a little bit of blood, but it's so hard to find blood, and it hits this grass, you can't see it. Coyotes are terrible out here. I figured the coyotes would have got him last night, and they did. I actually walked right up there last night. We got up here this morning, and there's magpies all over.
November 9th, Logan and I just got out here to Ohio. We drove straight through the night after Logan got done with work. We got here about 4 something this morning. We're not familiar with this area that we're going into, so we just let it get light out. And now we're gonna walk up in there and take a look around. I think she's by herself. I could zip in there. Logan, there's a big buck. Logan, get on. Do you see him? I'm zoomed in, Max. Yeah, I see him. Mer. Dude, I just smoked him. He's dead. Come up to this river bottom to do some scouting in this buck step. There stands up with this doe, and it had, from the time I saw the deer to the time I shot, had to have been about 5 seconds. Looks like Logan's gonna get 5 days to himself here. I'll be playing cameraman. Nice shot.
Oh, I don't deserve him. I don't deserve him at all. So this morning I said a prayer. I said, Jesus, just help me to keep my patience this year. And I looked across the field, and this dude's down there tending a doe on the other side of the field. And thank you, Jesus. That deer came right across the field, worked his way through Dad's cornfield up here. And I made about a 35-ish yards or whatever. I put the 35-yard pin right on him, and Jesus guided the arrow, and he's dead right there. I'm gonna say he's one of my biggest bucks ever.
What do you say when you shoot a big buck?
Hey, buck down.
Can I get knuckles?
Look alive, everybody. I hope this tickles your fancy. Put it down.
Let's go, baby.
Got him.
You're gonna make this happen.
Yes! Come on.
And I'm gonna break it, coming for the paper, shut it down. I am the icebreaker with the filmmakers, hands up, cause we going wild. I am a giant, I got the sauce and I'm never missing when I'm taking these shots.
Got
you
it.
undefeated, but I am a boss. Get over here, I'ma give you that loss. Number one now, never backing down, we want it all. We gonna shut it down, come on, bring it now, never slowing down, we want it all.
Well, that doesn't get you fired up. Nothing will. Welcome back to another RUT Live.
We want it all.
Hey, yo, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of RUT Live. We're glad to have you back in the saddle with us. Tonight we got Mansell sitting with Jaden in Iowa. Following them, we're going to have Andrew and Quentin also sitting in Iowa tonight. Boys are hoping to get some antlers on the ground. In Wisconsin, we've got Goulash, Rando, and also the Elliots. Out in Wisconsin tonight as well. Back tonight with my good buddy B. How you doing, man?
Good. How's it going? Good to be back.
Good.
2 weeks in a row.
2 weeks in a row. I feel like we must have done something right to have you back again.
Yeah, I just had such a good time. I'm like, let's do it again.
Yeah, I think the story is you did something right in order to be back here again.
I did put my tag on a buck this week, so I was planning on hunting this weekend, but after I shot one, I'm like, oh, I'll hang out with the family for a few days before I start hunting again. So
Yeah. Where are you headed next?
Southern Iowa. Yep. The buck
Southern
I killed
Iowa.
the other day was in the urban unit that I hunt close to home, which is a completely different tag than my statewide archery tag. So I've got one tag left for Iowa.
Heck yeah. So the urban unit turned out to be what you were hoping for.
Yeah, I ended up killing a buck that I told myself I wasn't gonna shoot, because I had a couple really nice bucks on camera. But it was just too good of a hunt. And it was a great deer. I'm not taking anything away from the deer I shot. There was just a couple bigger ones running around, but we were sitting in the tree and we seen a ton of deer that morning about 10 o'clock. This one came cruising through at like 50 yards, and at first glance, it happened fast. From the time we seen the deer to when I shot him was probably sub 20 seconds. I, in one instance, grabbed the grunt tube, hit it. He came right to the base of the tree, shot him, and I'm just like, well, I guess we're done. It didn't seem real.
Yeah. Yeah, sometimes things happen fast, and next thing you know, you're surprising yourself.
Yeah, for sure.
Especially in the heat of the moment like that with a deer of that caliber. I mean,
For sure.
bigger ones are not. It's pretty hard to pass on a buck like that, no matter where you're at.
Absolutely.
But we'll go ahead and check in with Mansell, see how things are going for him.
At some point earlier today, I'm assuming they're coming back tonight. Well, we got to the stand we originally were going to hunt in, which is basically on the other end of this field here. And yet again, there was another tree stand with a bow in it, no hunter, which is definitely a first for hunting this piece of public here. I usually have not ran into anybody back in this spot. So what we elected to do is to go a little bit further up into these willows. The only downside is our visibility isn't as good as what I was originally hoping tonight. We brought the decoy along with, and our plan was to maybe set that up, but where we are right now, I just don't see it being possible. So we got in a spot here that opens up a little bit, and it looks like there's a few trails kind of crisscrossing this stand that we're in. So we're just kind of going on a hope and a prayer. We do not have a clue what to expect here tonight. I do not have cameras this far west. I would imagine a lot of the deer I get on camera do venture this way, plus some other ones that I don't have on camera. So we're just hoping we get lucky tonight and one side just randomly comes strolling through here. So, yeah, not really sure what's gonna go down here tonight, but looking forward to it. We had a little bit of rain earlier today. That cleared up. It's still overcast. Camera activity has picked up, I noticed, since we got in the tree. I've had some bucks tripping some cameras on some other pieces, and so they're definitely up on their feet. And we're just hoping the right one makes a mistake here tonight and we can punch this statewide tag here.
Welcome back, everybody, to RUT Live. Out here in my urban spot, sitting on the south end. Pretty much got a buck tag in my pocket and some doe tags, so about anything can go down tonight. Got a north wind. Just a squirrel had me worried, but about anything can happen. So got about 3 bucks on our hit list right now. One named Kickers, the other one named Short Tine 10, and then there's another typical case 8 what we like to hit. Hopefully see what happens this evening. So here we go. Alright, we're up. Oh, unready. You're unready. Ah, I see. Hit the second angle. Move your phone. I'm good. Well, it is November 1st, and pretty excited to be in a tree tonight. Brandon and I came back to a food plot that we call the Oak Ridge. We've got winter rye planted over here. To the east of us was the neighbor's cornfield that they just took down the last couple days. And to the west of us is a pretty thick grassy marsh where the bucks like to run around this time of year. Tonight we're after pretty much one specific buck. We've got about 6 shooters on the property, so I'm open to whatever, but we're targeting the buck we call Ozzy. We've gotten pretty close the last 2 nights, especially on Thursday night. We hunted just a couple hundred yards to the north and got within about 20 yards of him. Right when he was coming in range, they were chopping the corn in the neighbor's field, and the tractor ended up spooking him. He ran pretty much right under our tree, but I couldn't get a shot because he was running through. Last night, we sat that same spot, but he was out in this grass marsh area pretty much after 5:30 till dark, pushing does all over the place. So we came to the Oak Ridge, which is about a couple hundred yards to the south of where we've been sitting. And we got old Decoy Dan out there tonight, and we're hoping that he makes his way back out into this marsh and sees the decoy and it brings him in. We had him on camera this morning in 2 different plots. One just to the north in our strip plot. He was there at 5 a.m. Then he was in this plot at 7 a.m. So he's living on this 40. We've got a pretty high chance of seeing him tonight. It's just hopefully we can get him to come into bow range. But it's November 1st. You can't ask for a better time of the year. So hopefully we get some magic and some luck tonight.
Go ahead and check in with the Elliots.
Well, good afternoon, everybody. It's obviously November 1st, and Yeti and I are in a spot that we call the 3-acre field. Came in here tonight after a deer that I've been after all year that I call Prodigy. Got perfect north wind blowing about 10 mile an hour right now. We got like a third of an acre clover plot in front of us, and then the rest is beans and turnips. There's been a lot of deer in this area. Haven't had pictures of the deer that I'm after here a whole lot, but on the way in, the whole place was tore up. It's about 45 degrees today, overcast. We didn't have a real good morning. We only saw like one fawn. But I think this should be a pretty good rut spot. There's some pretty good bedding up to the west of us here. Mostly hoping that the deer kind of make their way down into this field as the night goes on. But the conditions feel really good, and the leaves are really dropping. There's quite a few on the trees yet for November 1st, but it's really pretty sitting out here. So haven't seen anything yet, but I think it's going to get significantly better as the night goes on, just the way it feels out. So we've had a couple pictures throughout the day on the Tacticams of a couple mature bucks strolling through the food plots, just nothing in this one. So we're going to sit back, get quiet, and hopefully we have some action tonight. We'll see.
Sounds like we're battling some connection issues with the Elliots, which is par for the course where they're hunting, but if we lay eyes on the deer he's hunting, it's going to be worth the lagginess that you guys just had to put up with on that interview.
Yeah, 100%. I was telling B when we were off air that if those boys get on that deer, I'd watch that hunt take place on a Nintendo 64. It'll be worth it.
For sure.
The graphics will not be your concern.
Yep.
But overall,
sounds like
good,
everybody's.
Man. I mean,
yeah, Mansell had a little commotion. Sounds like on that public piece he's on with some other people in the area, but that's to be expected on November 1st on public land. But sounds like he's set up in a pretty good area. I'm sure he's going to still see deer tonight.
Yeah. Yeah, and activity sounds like it's popping off pretty well for you boys up in that neck of the woods. Definitely being a tree if you live up in that area.
For sure.
Or you're go ahead, man.
No, I got nothing. What were you going to say?
No, I would imagine that as down here where I'm at in East Tennessee, seeing young bucks picking up commotion and just kind of starting to show signs of getting rolling. About 4 days ago, the last 48 hours, my cameras have been absolutely dead in all locations. No movement at all. I'm thinking that we're obviously the same amount of time behind you guys as usual, so I would imagine that up there where you're at, it's hot.
Yeah, for sure. Well, where I was hunting earlier this week is 2 to 3 hours north of like where I will be hunting next week, and it seems like there's like a 5 day, I would say like 5 days behind from there to here, and it's been rocking here, I would say, for the last probably 5-6 days. And I think like down where Mike's at, like it's just getting going. Mike and where Andrew are at tonight. And I know the boys in Wisconsin, they're full blown, like bucks are moving right now.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm looking forward to something hitting the dirt tonight, man. Last week, I was so pumped, dude.
Yeah,
just
I know.
Almost so close, things were lining up. But that is often the case that time of year, and as we edge a little closer toward the rut, typically success rates tend to climb. Activity gets a little higher. Even your average rednecks like me might manage to throw something in the back of the truck on a week like this.
Definitely. Speak really quick.
Yeah, so we're getting another look at one of the live units in the tree here, and it looks like Andrew and Quentin kind of have theirs strapped up. You know, if we're fighting bad connections, we're literally trying to strap these on the trees as high as we can reach, just hoping. I mean, it's like no different than trying to hold your cell phone up in the air and get service. These things are, you know, to be able to bring these types of videos to, you know, a live audience is, I mean, you need a pretty good connection. And I'm honestly surprised that we've had as good a luck as we've had over the last several years getting connection in some of the spots that we hunt. But unfortunately, even in some spots where cell phone service might be good, these live units, for whatever reason, just they struggle. So if you guys ever see any lag or anything in the videos, just know that it's not on Spitzley on the back end. It's these units just trying to keep up with what we're trying to do. There's the old beast broadhead ready to poke a hole. Andrews, he's hunting in an urban unit tonight, I'm pretty sure. So if he gets an opportunity at a doe, I'm pretty sure he's going to be lighting them up.
Nice.
But I also know they've got some nice bucks running around in there too. But I know they're always trying because they've got to shoot X number of does to get a buck tag for the following year. So I know they don't let does walk by too often. Sounds like Dylan's in a pretty good spot tonight. Feels pretty good about at least laying eyes on the deer they're after. And we just got a glimpse of their decoy there. That's obviously going to play a huge role in where they're hunting. It's a lot of marsh, a lot of open area. If that buck happens to step out on the food plot, it should be they should square off, I would think.
Long range visibility.
Yeah, for sure.
Nice. They putting any stink on that buck or no?
I would imagine. I usually either run young buck urine or just any kind of buck urine. I would imagine they're using something on it. At least I would be.
Yep.
Looks like Mansell wore an extra layer. He must have read all the comments about looking cold last week.
Got to keep the babies warm.
Yeah. And I hope the Elliots can maintain connection because I think they're gonna see some deer tonight where they're sitting, and they could potentially see a really big deer.
That'd be awesome. Beautiful night though where they're at.
Yeah, for sure.
Leaves are looking pretty. Nice breeze, slow and steady.
Looks beautiful. November 1st, you can't beat it.
Yes, sir. Happy Halloween, by the way, to everybody out there tuning in. Hope you guys had a good time trick-or-treating with the kiddos last night.
Did you get out trick-or-treating?
You know it. You know it.
You dressed up?
I had no, I didn't dress up. I went in disguise as a happy husband and father of 4. No, I didn't dress up. We took the kids out though. Had a blast. They had all the candy. We had my oldest is kind of an artist, so he always makes his own costumes. He made a mask that was Clicker from the show The Last of Us. He's kind of a weirdo. It's like a zombie show kind of thing, you know. Very cool though.
Yeah.
He's very, very skilled. It's cool to see. And we had my daughter was Woody, my other daughter was Bo Peep, and my other son was Larry Bird. So quite the crew.
Larry Bird reference, gotta love it.
Yes, sir. One of the best to ever do it.
Yep. Anybody in the comments have any luck this past week? If you did, let us know. Let us know what state you're hunting in, what the action's been like. It's always kind of cool to hear about all the successes this time of year and hearing if you're seeing deer, if it's been slow, and what's going on in your neck of the woods. Let us know in the comments.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you guys, obviously, for tuning in. Also, good to see everybody back this week. I know I got out and sat Thursday morning before work. Beautiful morning. It was like 38 degrees, I think, when I got to the stand. Just a little bit of frost. Maybe the second time we've had a little bit of frost in my neck of the woods. Awesome. Windy, a little bit windy. Maybe a little bit too windy. Didn't end up seeing anything other than a couple of does. Actually, I did see a little fork, but no shooters. They were on camera the morning before, so I was hopeful. It was overcast. It was all perfect conditions, man. But I left pleased. It was just an awesome break from the busyness of life lately. Sit in a tree stand and watch the sun come up, sit there and get rained on for a few minutes. You know, this is awesome.
Got a couple comments. Blade Mass is hunting southern Michigan. Lots of doe action for us. That's a good sign. I mean, if there's does, there's going to be bucks. Derek, Eddie, and Sparta, first buck in 18 years. Congratulations, Derek. That's pretty damn awesome.
Yes, sir.
Jessica, Eastern Wisconsin. Lots of movement. Really nice buck on camera. Hoping he stays around. As long as you're not talking in the tree, Jessica, I'd say you probably pretty good chance he'll stay around. Tyler Johnson, northern Minnesota. Bucks are starting to chase does around the food plots at night. Sounds like action's picking up everywhere. Big congrats to Derek, Eddie, and Sparta. First buck in 18 years. That's a pretty big accomplishment.
Yeah, that's awesome, dude. Blade Mast, I'm wondering where you hunting state land, like in split Michigan into quarters. Tell me whereabouts. Yeah.
Let's hear them coordinates.
Drop a pin, send a location. No, I actually sent you boys both a picture earlier this week. My father-in-law got up and was having coffee on his porch and had an absolute stud of a buck, Southwest Michigan, in his backyard. And they're like just as urban as it gets. I mean, Wyoming, Michigan is part of Grand Rapids, and it's busy, you know. Living in the cul-de-sac in a subdivision, and all the neighbors' houses are, I mean, you can't walk outside and fart without the neighbor knowing it. And here stands this just beautiful, symmetrical buck, 10-inch tines. Good Lord. So I sent Spitz a picture, and then got on Onyx and sent him a pin to their backyard. Never did hear how that turned out, but I did my part on the scouting.
Yeah. Oh, Colin Carlton, northern Wisconsin's fawn this morning, thinking mom's kicked him off. Yeah, that's always a good sign when you start seeing the fawns by themselves. Blade Mass said southeast Michigan near Hudson. Broken Bones Baits, Wisconsin bucks grunting, not after the does yet. Big ones on their feet. Best time to kill them.
Heck yeah. It's that time, man. It is that time. I'm going to pull up this picture and see if I can't show it to you.
The one from the yard?
Yeah, I'm the world's worst at doing this, but I'm going to do my best.
All you got to do is hold your phone in front of your camera. Yeah, that looks good.
Yeah. I believe I'd have put my coffee down and went to the garage for some kind of sharp stick. Anything I could.
You would have went and got your crossbow.
Something. Yeah. Put it right in my mouth.
Stick an arrow through the deer and stick it into the neighbor's fence.
Yeah. It's pretty crazy, man. They get a lot of deer activity, and deer don't care if you're living in their neighborhood. They'll hang around. Still a lot of hardwoods in that area in the backyards, dropping acorns, and they treat it like anything else, Predation's probably pretty low in that urban environment compared to the wild, so
Yep.
I'm sure, opportunity to capitalize on some good bucks.
For sure.
You guys are showing us.
Yeah, this is my first year ever, well, second year dabbling in the urban hunting, and it's completely different. You have to change the way you think about deer hunting. You gotta let outside variables not bother you as much as you would if you were hunting away from an urban area. Like there was
noise.
2 or 3 days last week I was sitting, I'm not even kidding, like 80 yards from a guy that was on a skid steer and then a rototiller, and his wife was raking leaves, and I could tell you what they had for supper that night. And it was just like, the deer are used to it. Like we're we're hunting where these deer live, and they're used to these people. Like it's just different.
Yep. Very different. I've never hunted urban, but I've hunted close to highways and subdivisions, and can relate to that. It takes a lot away from what I enjoy about hunting, so it's hard for me to get into. But I imagine you see the right buck, like the one that my father-in-law had in the backyard there. I could put up with some traffic noise for a few minutes,
For sure. I mean, I look at it as, it's like, if I had to choose that versus hunting, like, where I do in southern Iowa, which is a lot more rural, I would pick the rural hunting any day of the week. But with the urban, it's a additional opportunity. So it's like one that would be very silly almost to not take advantage of.
Pass up. Yeah. Heck yeah. Yeah, and it needs to be done. I mean, population densities in town are a problem everywhere. Deer getting hit by cars and wasted as a resource.
For sure.
A lot of people complain in some of the areas I work about them eating their flowers and landscaping, and can't plant anything without them coming through and eating it all.
Yep.
And the state of Tennessee has been actually a little bit proactive this year in trying to get people involved in hunting within city limits, bow hunting, to try and maintain populations. There's been a few cities, and I think it's mostly Western, but it's cool that they're trying it. It's, as hunters, we've all been saying it the whole time for years and years. Just, let us hunt in there and control that population density, and you won't have the problems you're having. But it seems to me like people are starting to figure that out with some of these towns, and even golf courses and stuff like that around us that I know of that are having uh, limited seasons or aptitude tests that you have to go through with your bow to get a tag, or not a tag, but get permission to hunt that area or what have you. But whereas in the past they just wouldn't have let anybody in there. So hopefully it's headed the right direction. It feels like it.
Yeah, absolutely. We got an update from Wyoming. Bear dog unleashed. Whitetails and muleys are both chasing here in Wyoming. Taking my boy out Thursday for a long weekend to try and get his first. Can shoot either or. Well, good luck to you and your boy. Hopefully he can knock down his first deer. That'd be pretty sweet. Looks like Mansel's he's got a buck.
A buck, yeah.
Can't tell you what it is, but it's a buck. A little birdie whispered in my ear that it's a little 8-point or something. Jessica said, any chance to get kid-size winter hats with your logo? We can look into that, Jessica. To be honest, we haven't really paid much attention to our apparel line since show season, but that's definitely something in the cards here soon. But let's keep an eye on this deer here by Mansell. I'm not really sure what he's doing.
Check back in it here.
It sounded like that was not a fart, by the way. That was my chair just got stuck to my desk. If anybody heard,
Sure.
If anybody
Sure.
heard that.
This comment from Brian Kolzak is hilarious, B. Hey, fellas, glad to be here. Just wanted to say hi and tell you how much we appreciate the stream. Lets me feel like I'm in the woods while I'm watching my 3 shithead kids. You're a
might
good
be the
man,
best
Brian.
comment ever.
Sometimes we don't go to the woods so we can hang out with the kids. I had a scenario like that this morning. I had planned on going out, but action wasn't really hot. So don't give me a gold star for being a good dad. But I decided last night that I was going to stay home this morning instead. And I was happy I did. We hung out and worked on stuff, made a big breakfast, went outside and fed the chickens, and messed around with them for a while. And sometimes you just got to be dad, dude. So good job. Sometimes. Sometimes you can be a hunter, and sometimes you just got to be dad.
Plansky says we also need big boy size shirts. We got you, Plansky. If we get big boy size shirts, though, I'm going to need some more maple syrup, buddy. Ryan's
He
got
makes
all
some
the
damn good
comments.
pickles too.
Yeah,
Plansky does.
Jeremiah, yeah, for sure. Got a shout out to a new TBP club member, Cedar Buck Outdoors. Just joined the TBP club on YouTube. For those of you unaware of the TBP club, super easy to join. Now you can do it from your mobile device. Just go to our YouTube channel, and it's a little different than subscribing to the channel. There's going to be an option for you to join. It's $4.99 a month. You get early access to all of our videos. We do quarterly Q&A questions, question and answer with all you guys live, and you're also entered into any of the RUT Live grand prize giveaways. So shout out to Cedar Buck Outdoors for joining. And Brian with another great piece of advice. Hunting is expensive, but divorces are more expensive. Brian's on a roll tonight.
He is. Brian's keeping us going.
Yeah,
Want to
let's
go ahead
run
and run through
through.
some giveaway opportunities we got for him, B?
Yeah, sounds good. Let's do it.
The floor is yours, sir.
All right. As soon as Spitzley puts them on the screen, I'll start talking about them. All right, we got a pack of broadheads from Beast Broadheads.
Your choice, aluminum or titanium.
Yep, that's right. And then Bomar Archery, we got the grip tape, nose button, and peep tuner. You can choose the color of all three of those items. Next up, we got Black Widow deer lures, the branch butter, and hot and ready. As always, some Booner coffee. You get a bag of full rut coffee, either ground or whole bean, your choice.
I noticed, I think it was Sleminski said she had some luck with that Black Widow. Go ahead.
Yeah, no problem. We'll get on that after we're done here. Half acre seed of choice from Domain, plus a bag of pregame. Half dozen Axis arrows from Easton. A water treatment kit from EH Defense. A transfer light pack from First Light. A Nitrix Pro bow sight from HHA Sports. You're going to have an option of 1, 2, 3, or 4 pins. A shadow harness and a lifeline from Hunter Safety System. Your choice of boots from Lacrosse Footwear. A Kinetic X target from our friends at Morel Targets. From Nested Tree Stands, you're going to get a Z8 tree stand system, which is the Z8 hang-on, a 3-pack of light rails, and the core pack, 15-liter. A free Elite membership from Onyx. The Ozonics HR600 unit. $100 gift card from our friends at Phone Scope. A 3.0 cell cam from Reveal. The Ultralock SD saddle from Tethered. The Jackal sunglasses from Vortex. And the grand prize. And this one is, in order to be valid for this one, you do have to join the TVP club. It is the Cage Tower blind from Cage Permanent Hub Blinds. That comes with the tower and the blind. Again, in order to get in on that drawing, just join the TVP club on YouTube. You can do it now from your mobile device, and you'll be entered. We're going to draw that one after next week, our final episode of Rut Live for the year. Huge
Big
shout
thanks
out
to
to
Brandon
all the companies.
Schmitz, who just joined the TBP club while you were reading that.
Yeah, good call. We got another person in the club, Brandon Schmitz. Thank you very much. We appreciate it.
And like you were saying, a huge shout out to all the companies that pitch in and make that possible. All awesome,
Yeah, for sure.
awesome companies that go above and beyond.
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, this is our 4th show of the year. We got one more, and these companies step up every week for us and make it kind of fun for everybody to watch and win and all that good stuff. We can't say thanks enough to all those companies.
Yeah, make sure if you do win one of these prizes that you go and comment or review it for that company. You know, let them know how you like it and make sure and let them know you're thankful.
For sure.
Or if you hate it, tell them it sucks. Getting a little rain
it
out
looks
there
like.
in Iowa.
It's either that or fog. I can't really tell. He's laughing. Must be having fun.
Spitzley, the sound of your keyboard pitter-patter responding to Jessica is very distracting.
Jessica's like, what do you actually do, Spitz? Jessica, he is doing way more than any of the rest of us. Trust us.
Correct. Yeah.
Lansky says you're the Wizard of Oz.
He is the Wizard of Oz. He's 100% right.
If it wasn't for Spitzley, none of us would be here right now.
Correct.
Spitzley puts a lot of blood, sweat, and tears behind the scenes from Spitzley. So we got
Ryan
another.
Eddie, thanks for joining.
Yeah.
Heck yeah, B. Didn't mean to undercut you there. Don't fire me.
Oh, you're good. You're good. Thank you, Ryan, for joining the club. You are now eligible for the grand prize. I feel like we gotta somehow no, we can't really show. Spitz, can you hop in at any point, kick me or Josh out, and you can come on and tell Jessica what you do? You could you could throw yourself.
Please.
All
I'm
right.
volunteering to back out.
Spitzley says he's good. He's turning us down.
It's probably too much work. He's got too much going on to try and audible that in the middle of this.
Your buddy John's talking shit again, Spitzley. Said more tears than sweat. Been a few weeks since he missed a deer, so he's starting to get a little lippy.
Three 1E Outdoors says, Spitzley, what is it exactly that you say that you do here? Office Space, man. Come on.
Jessica
Classic
brought up
reference.
your deer again, Josh. Do you want to do your
Oh,
weekly
yeah.
get your guess
let's
in
go.
deal?
Let's go. There he is. Oop, let me turn it a little bit. We're on the skinny screen. There he is. Old crusty buck. We've got a standing trivia question. If you can guess the year that this buck was harvested and the state that it was harvested in, we'll send you a sweet prize package. No one has guessed it yet. We did have a correct guess, actually, that was submitted outside of the guessing window. I just want to be up front, but no one has guessed by the rules correctly yet. So we're going to open this guessing from 5:30 Eastern to 5:45 Eastern. And I'm not going to bring it up again. So if you're guessing now, you're not included. I'm going to have to give away my wife's car or something by the time people guess it right, because it will have been 5 years in and there's going to be so much buildup.
I mean, there's been a lot of really close guesses.
Oh, yeah.
But nobody's got it.
Old-fashioned slap real good. Especially when we're sitting behind
I keep waiting for Goulash to birth himself out of the ass of this buck like Ace Ventura while we're sitting here staring at it.
Probably a squirrel even.
All right, there's a comment from 1 Corinthians 15 verses 1 through 4. I just need to know what is that Bible verse? If that person's listening, explain your username, please. 2014 Michigan. Laura Zablewski, Kyle's wife, must think you have the worst taxidermist in the world.
Or we move down south, and he tumbled quite a bit.
Been through a
In the
couple
rock tumbler.
fires, a flood. Looks like the sun's coming out there by Goulash.
Yeah,
I
and
suppose
Mansell's
they can't see that screen right now, but Mansell's laughing
pretty
about
thick
something.
overcast.
Yeah, doesn't it? I guess these guys can't see the screen. Doesn't it look like that to you guys, Josh and Spitzley? Like the sun came out.
Yeah.
That's always,
Much brighter.
That's always there. It is. Sorry, Spitzley. I'm just looking at all these screens. I forget that not everyone's seeing it. I apologize. No, you're good.
You're
I
good, buddy.
apologize. Putting that guy on the spot again that doesn't do anything in the background.
No, I was thinking earlier that to myself how it was significantly darker where Mansell was at.
Mm-hmm.
It's been that way kind of throughout the evening so far, even more so than where the Elliots are hunting.
Yeah. Maybe it's just Dylan and them jacking with their camera settings because it goes from dark to light. Yeah, they must just be messing with us.
Yeah. It is November. Herds. All right, guys, we're going to go ahead and take our first commercial break here in a second. We're going to be doing split screen commercial breaks from here on out as the rut's heating up. We don't want to leave you guys hanging on what's going on in the field, so you'll notice that it'll be a little bit different, where our commercial will be running on the right and our hunters will be running on the left, so stick around.
You'll definitely want to prenup. Finally, your dreams come true, won't it?
No way. I just heard him die.
I said, finally, one day your dreams come true.
All right, welcome back. Tuning in with Mansell and Andrew. Both of these fellas hunting Iowa. Looking for one of those giants.
We had a comment come in from Kyle Frid. Says he's tuned in from the tree. Could use a Jimbo rattling sequence to get him fired up. Couldn't we all? Jim's still recovering from last week's rattling sequence.
Yeah, he's got the wrist wraps.
He's got, the wrists are all wrapped up. He's in recovery. He'll be back out there banging on the black racks here before we know it. That sun's definitely out there by Dylan. You could see it hitting the leaves there.
Yeah.
I'm calling
Brightening
it.
up a little
Dylan's
bit.
going to kill one tonight. I'm calling it.
I'll take it. Let's go.
I got a feeling Dylan's killing something tonight.
You know what? I'm putting my farm on the Elliots. I'm taking the Elliots. You want to take Dylan? That's your choice.
Yeah. Dano commented, if everyone's quiet for a second, you'll still hear the rattling. Shit.
Echoing through the valley. Dano is getting ready to go out on an elk hunt, right? Didn't I see Elk Chapo commenting about waiting for him to come out with his boy and hopefully get on some big boys out there?
They're going west sometime soon, I think. Yeah, Dano, when you going out west with your boy? And do you guys
I think
are
he
you guys
said
just hunting elk, or are
third
you
rifle.
hunting elk and mule deer? Brian Strange says, Dan, hurry up and get out here. He must be meeting up with Brian Strange. Here comes Jessica in the chat trying to find out where he's going and steal spots. Weird.
Oh, goodness.
Dan's leaving on Wednesday. They got a bull tag and a mule deer tag. So that'll be fun.
Nice. Good luck, boys.
Shoot straight, Hunter. Colorado. Thanks for the invite, Jessica. Says they've got their own property out west.
That John Denver's full of shit, man.
Thought the Rockies are going to be a little rockier than that. That's like a top 5 movie.
Uh-huh. Yes, sir. I was just telling my boys the other day that they're almost old enough, we're about to fire up some Tommy Boy. And they were like, Tommy Boy? Just you wait.
Yeah. How old do they got to be before you can show them Kingpin?
Oh.
A little older?
Man, if it weren't for the landlord, I'd show them now.
I want to show Chandler that movie really bad, but I don't think he's quite
How old is he?
enough yet. He's 13, but his
Yeah,
mama
okay.
probably
He's right
at me.
He's right in between my boys.
Yeah, maybe we'll watch it when she's at work or something someday.
Yeah.
Got
We've
turkeys
got some
by
birds in the
Elliot.
field.
Some toms.
Heck yeah.
Nice toms.
Now's when we need Jimbo. Let him fire up over the birds.
We got an
That's not
apology
what
from the
family
back
does.
room. I didn't even notice it, but Spitzley wanted to make sure everybody knows that he's sorry that Mansell was muted for about 30 seconds. If anyone caught that, he feels really bad about it.
And now you know what he does.
Or what
when
he
doesn't
doesn't
do,
do.
things fall apart.
Grumpy Old Men. That is one of my favorite movies, Jessica. And yes,
classic.
Chandler has watched that. He loves it.
Brian Strange says they're setting up Camp Monday and chopping firewood with the kids. Awesome. That's an activity that every boy needs to be part of at some point. Chopping some firewood.
Yep.
I was out splitting hickory logs this afternoon out back. And I forgot how much I enjoy it. You know, I've been putting it off because I didn't want to have to do it, and went out there and got started, and I was like, hell yeah, this feels good.
Makes you feel like a man.
Yeah, absolutely. That's important.
Great Outdoors, that's another good one. Escanaba and the Moonlight, both great movies.
Uncle Buck. Uncle Buck's a classic. Yep. We're big fans of that one. Smokey and the Bandit. My 10 and 6-year-old girls, that's their favorite movie of all time, Smokey and the Bandit.
I don't know if I've ever seen it. That's probably bad, isn't it?
Dude. That's a classic. You got to watch that one.
Check it out. Seems like everybody's maintaining connection, huh, Spitz? Good.
Yeah, speed seems to be all right.
Hopefully I didn't jinx it. We had 4 units go to the field today, and we were kind of thinking we'd be lucky to get 2 or maybe 3 connected. So to have all 4 connected right now is making us pretty happy. Back to those turkeys. Someone says fill a fall turkey tag, Colin Carlton. I don't know if Elliot's got a turkey tag in his pocket. And if he did, I don't know if he'd be shooting at a turkey tonight.
Yeah, I highly doubt it. Our fall archery turkey just ended. You ever shot a bird in the fall? Like with a bow while you're out deer hunting as a...
No. Shot one with a gun once. We were in college, and I knew a guy that offered to make me like a stuffer decoy for the spring if I would shoot a hen. Well, in Wisconsin, you can only shoot hens in the fall. So me and Mansell actually went out turkey hunting after college class the one day. He's like, I know where some turkeys are. We can go shoot a hen so you can get it stuffed or whatever for a decoy. And I shot one. I stalked up on it. It was kind of behind some long grass. There's a whole group of them. And I stalked up on them in my socks. And it wasn't much of a hunt. I got in gun range and shot this thing. I'm not even kidding you. The thing weighed like, I didn't weigh it, but I bet it was like 5 pounds. No, it wasn't that big. It was like the smallest one of the group. Like it must have been a hatch from that year or whatever. And I showed up to this guy. I'm like, hey, can you stuff this? And he's like, he looked at it, kind of laughed. He's like, I can. It's pretty small. I'm like, whatever. I'll probably never shoot another hen in my life. Jessica asks if we would ever do more than 4. Probably not, Jessica, just because it's hard enough to get 4 of them like connected, and like with our group of people, for 4 units to be in the field, that's 8 people right there between the hunter and the cameraman. And then that's not to mention the cost that goes into each unit and activating it. So no, I think 4 is probably, I could be wrong, I guess. Mike might have different plans, but I'm thinking we'll probably stick with 4 for the time being.
Man, if you told me I had to run out and find 8 smart people real fast, I don't think I could do it. So stick with what you got. It's working.
Yeah. Well, that's the hard part too, is like we've got 2 or 3 other groups of people out hunting tonight, but they knowingly were going into spots where they know the live units from trial and error won't connect in those spots. So it's not like they're sitting at home. They're still out hunting and filming their hunts tonight. But we know if we put a live unit in their hands, it's not going to work more than likely. So we try to move the live units around each week to the people that are hunting in areas that we know or feel like have the best chance of having a good connection.
Spitzley, don't get distracted. Focus. Colin Carlton says, what about a live during opening of a gun season? That would be some Call of Duty type stuff. That'd be fun to watch.
We did that. We did that a couple years ago.
Yeah.
Spitzley, was that season 1 or 2 of RUT Live? We did that. I remember Dan was filming his boy. We did a RUT Live on opening weekend of gun season in Wisconsin. So I remember Jimbo was hunting. I don't remember who was filming him. And then I'm pretty sure Dan was filming his boy. Yeah, it might have been season.
It's been a while. It's been a while.
Yeah.
Shane Bruce says he's packing the camper, getting ready for rutcation. Good luck to the guys. Good luck to you, sir.
Good luck,
One
Shane.
of the finest things in life. Heck yeah. Escape and enjoy a few days.
Hell yes. What equipment makes up a live unit? Spitz, you want to chirp in my ear and tell? I mean, other than it's just a live unit and running through a HDMI cord.
Batteries and routers and
Right at the corner. It's a doe.
Okay.
Two of them. Two does.
Yeah. It's essentially, I don't know how to say this without sounding stupid, but it's essentially like a wireless unit that essentially like a router that you take to the field with you, and to connect to it we run HDMI cables from our cameras to the unit. Once the unit's fired up, Spitzley has access to control everything from what's on screen, split screens, audio. If people need to make adjustments, he's constantly chirping in their ear, letting them know, hey, change this, turn this up, turn that down, reboot your live unit to try to get a better signal, stuff like that. They're probably about the size of a 6-pack of beer, I guess, would be a good size reference. The live unit itself is about like 6 cans of beer. But we usually are strapping them either to the tree or we're putting them in a backpack hanging right next to the tree arm. That way the HDMI cable has no issues reaching the camera and staying plugged in.
that was way more thorough than Spitzley's immediate answer, which was, it's a big unit that makes the internet.
It's a big internet unit. Jessica says, so he is the one who decides which unit is on the TV at a time. Yes, Jessica, that is correct. So Spitzley can hear the audio from all the hunters and me and Josh all at once. So he's got a lot going on in his ears. So if Mansell, for example, who's not on the screen right now, Mansell just grabbed his bow, by the way.
He did.
Spitzley. So you're going to see firsthand what see. So there's Scott. He put it on Mansell because I just caught on one of the screens. Mansell grabbed his bow.
We got something.
There's something going.
Something's got him stirred up.
He had a look on his face like something was happening here. What do we got? Is it satellite or cellular? It is cellular, Brian. But yeah, that's
Satellite
what Spitzley
would
does.
probably
He's
kill you. I mean, the cost of doing that with satellite would probably man, that'd be wild. Wonder if you probably have less connectivity issues, I would guess, but I bet the cost would kill you.
What do we got?
Hopefully that's not his sister.
We're going back to the Elliots.
Spitzley's all worked up about something, trying to mount something.
Yeah.
What are you talking about, Spitzley? I don't just. Okay.
They were playing leapfrog, and the one in the back's
one of
tired.
these deer was mounting another deer. I'm keeping a close eye on Mansell because he's definitely got something brewing. I don't know what. But I seen the look in his eyes. Yeah, his connection looks like it's fighting a little bit.
Picture quality's good, though. No lag, no glitch, just a weird green flash.
That is correct, Jessica. He can see all of us, and he decides who is on the screen. Josh is giving him a look. Maybe. Mike's got his bow ready. Something could easily step out of that wall of willows right there. I don't know what's going on here. Yeah, I don't think he'd have his bow in his hand if it wasn't something decent. I didn't hear it. Oh boy. Those deep.
Are we muted? I don't know. My bad. Don't ask me questions. I know that what I see on my end is not nearly as complicated as what Spitzley sees, but I thought that it might give the viewers some insight into a little bit of the complication of the process without overwhelming the tender minds of some of these folks that are tuning in.
The tender minds.
I definitely heard a grunt.
Nothing yet.
Yeah, I heard it twice. It was over here. It sounded like it was like around these.
What's Mansell doing?
On this edge.
You hang that. I can't tell. I can't hear Mansell's audio. Am I supposed to? Okay. Okay, now I can hear him.
There we go.
Okay. He says he couldn't have been far.
Yeah, I got you, bud.
Brian Strange must have heard something I didn't. He said that Mansell heard grunting. I couldn't hear anything off Mansell's screen there for a while. Checking in for Mike here, see what was going on his end.
Couple minutes ago here, we just heard a buck grunt. Off to the west. It did not sound far. Kind of sounds like it was around the edge of these willows here. But we can't see. We can't see too far that way, so if he stays tight to this opening, we never could see him. But I don't know where he went. Hopefully he makes his way through here.
All right, back to Elliot.
Checking back in.
Deer coming out. Looks like doe and a fawn, maybe. But sound like Mike and them had a buck grunting close to where they're at, but they're sitting right up next to a big old willow patch and can't. Oh, he just heard him again. Mike's got
Taking it back up.
Mike grabbed his bow. Come on. Back to Mike. This is what November 1st is about. I don't know if he heard a grunt or what.
He's locked in on that same spot, man. There's something hanging out down there.
Well, he just grunted too, so I mean that buck might be coming now.
I think it's kind of going right.
If you guys are seeing that green glitching on the screen, that is because they're fighting connection issues. Might be an HDMI cord a little loose or something. It's not your TV. All right, so he sees a buck. Yeah. Yep, there's a buck. What do we got?
It's not your TV, and I guarantee you none of that equipment is designed to operate in the elements. And you guys are putting it through paces it should not be put through, you know.
Pretty sure he said there was a doe in front of it.
Deer moving, though. That's the main thing. That's all we need.
That's if he doesn't get shot on the way here.
Checking back in with Elliot. Hopefully Mansell can get that glitch kind of straightened out.
Got a comment from Olivia and Mary, which is a name I haven't seen in the comments before, saying good luck. Thank you, Olivia and Mary, for tuning in and commenting on the action here. It's about that time of the night. I think everybody's going to start seeing some deer here.
That's awesome. Jessica Sleminski must have set herself an alarm on her phone to remind her to guess about this buck. The voting has closed for this episode, and she is incorrect once again.
She definitely set an alarm.
Smart.
This ain't her first rodeo.
Nope. Her and Adam, big meat hunters. Actually, she sent me a picture of them watching the show with their living room, and he's got buck heads everywhere. None of them trophies, you know, antler-wise, but that family is eating well.
Hell yeah.
Gotta respect that. 100%. 100%.
This is dope. All right, we're going to take a quick commercial break here before the action intensifies. So we're going to, like we said earlier, do a split screen. That way if something happens with one of these guys, we can not miss a beat. But stick with us. We're going to run through some more commercials from our awesome partners that make RUT Live happen.
So the Reveal Ultra, it's the culmination of 10 years worth of experience just listening to what customers really wanted us to build. Everything that we've learned and everything that we've developed, we've been able to pack it all into one camera. It's going to check all the boxes that you guys have asked us for a lot of years. It's never been done.
At HHA, bow hunting is in our blood. At the moment of truth, there are no shortcuts, no excuses. It's just you and your bow. So when we build a sight for these moments that take your breath away. For the past 40 years, we've been setting the tempo for bow sights in the hunting industry, and this year we did it yet again. New for 2025, the Nitrix from HHA.
Okay. Thanks for sticking with us through the commercial break. Back to the action here. Looks like Elliot's got a doe or a fawn coming out into the, I'm assuming, a food plot they're on.
Looks to be about a East Tennessee 4-year-old matriarch out in front of Elliot there. In college football news, I see now that SMU upset Miami, which is fantastic. Always fun to check in on the football action when the deer action's not firing off.
Any other upsets today?
I don't know. Let me get there. I was hoping our viewers would chime in on the comments. Usually they're pretty quick on the draw. Oh, what do we got? Vanderbilt was getting smoked by Texas last I saw, which most people don't care about, but down here we do a little bit. Coastal Carolina with the dominant win over Marshall, for all those interested. That's kind of an inside joke here at my house. Coastal Carolina is me and my boys' second favorite team, just because they're fun to cheer for. We had some family friends that played baseball there, and they're the Roosters, the Chanticleers.
I like
They
it.
got a teal field. You ever seen a kind of like Boise State has that bright blue football field, you know? Coastal Carolina's got like a turquoise colored football field. It's just different,
Oh, nice.
kind of interesting. Yeah, it's cool.
That's D1?
Yeah, sure. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, now that you say that, I'm like, yeah, they are. Yeah, they're D1. Sun Belt Conference. That's where the action's at.
Noted.
Since our last episode, update in local middle school boys basketball, Lenore City Panthers got their asses handed to them by the by the Athens team we faced. Those boys were a whole lot faster and a whole lot better than we were.
Middle school basketball update.
We play them again Monday, so we'll see if the shock set in and maybe can turn around some motivation to work.
Why is Spitzley crying?
I don't know, man. I don't want to know. Oh, she's got a nice buck coming in, 6:37 a.m. Jessica Sleminski. Shooter opportunity. Shooter opportunity knocking at the door.
Gabe Jones says go blue. Is that Michigan? Blue?
Is that
Sucking up to
Michigan?
Spitzley.
Blue. Go blue. Is that Michigan?
I don't know.
I know.
I'm not big into the college sports world.
Yeah.
I feel like blue could be Kentucky.
Yeah,
Could be,
that's fair. That's fair.
It
Big
could be that
Blue,
team
I
we were
think,
just
is
talking
Kentucky.
about that had a blue field.
There you go.
I'm an MLB fan.
Yeah.
Go Blue Jays, but
Your own
Game 7 tonight.
Your own type. Hey,
Piss on the dot.
what in the world happened with that little ball getting wedged under the padding fiasco?
The center fielder should have been the player of the game after that for not picking that up.
Yeah.
Because when it gets wedged like that, it's like kind of like when it gets in the ivy at Wrigley Field. If a player goes and grabs it, it's a live ball. But if he throws his hands up, it's a ground rule double, which ultimately was the difference in the game last night.
Saved him. Yeah.
Yeah. Because a lot of guys, especially him, he came off the bench. That was his first inning playing. He came out there as biggest play of the whole game.
Yeah.
Heat of the moment
I saw that.
to realize don't touch it is pretty impressive. It's like Mansell's got something stepping out of the willows over there.
Looks like a slick head. Everybody's got something out on cam moving. Dylan's is way out. I love the way he disguised his access to that stand.
Could you get her on camera?
Yeah.
I'm just teasing, man.
He's sitting right here. Sitting right there. He's sitting right here. And that deer just went right here. Right there's the ravine.
What B? What I may have missed it, but what's average temps for the boys? They mention it, like our Iowa versus Wisconsin temperatures at this point. Do you know?
Let me look at my weather app real quick.
I
I'm gonna
figured you'd have
say
that right off the hip.
right now where I'm at, which is kind of right in the middle where all these guys are, it's 47 degrees. So I'm assuming the Wisconsin guys are probably in their mid 40s right now, and the two guys from Iowa are probably right around 50, would be my guess.
We got a slight breeze with nothing with Goulash and Rando in Wisconsin. So Iowa got a little breeze. Looks like maybe Mansell's feeling a little bit of that same breeze. I don't see much movement in the plants and stuff though around him, so maybe not. Maybe a little more calm. Excuse me. That's warmer than I would have thought. I'd have thought it'd been a little bit cooler than that. Are you guys warmer than usual?
I'd say we're about
same.
The new average.
Yeah.
Sucks to suck, John.
John Seymour.
Third year in a row,
Nice,
he said he
mature.
was at Spitzley's house for Halloween, and a nice buck comes through on the cameras.
I had 2 Sundays in a row in October. Sunday mornings, 9:30, when I'm at church, and my shooter's right in front of my tree stand.
Josh Colton Kissinger asked if you're a Titans fan.
Ain't nobody on earth a Titans fan, buddy. No, I'm not much of an NFL fan. I was interested in the Titans briefly, and then they drafted Will Levis, and he came from Kentucky, who I can't stand, and he wasn't worth a damn there, so I wasn't real sure why they drafted him when Tennessee had some good quarterback action. So no, not a big Titans fan. Don't hate them, but I usually cheer for teams based on, I guess, connection to my life. So typically I'm rooting for the Lions. If it's based MLB, the Tigers, if I root at all. College would be the Vols or Michigan when they play MSU or Ohio State. But not a big Titans fan. Big Derrick Henry fan, though, which is weird because I hate Alabama. But like to watch a running back just trample people, so always enjoyed watching him play for the Titans. That's great. Great idea, Spitz. Thanks for coming through again from behind the scenes. We're going to go ahead and throw some trivia out. And the rules for this trivia, you have to be the first person to answer correctly, and you will win a bag of coffee from the boys. The full RUT Booner blend, good coffee, and I think it's your choice of ground or beans now, so either one. Let's go. What do the Eastsiders name their decoy? Is it A, Bucky Tease, B, Decoy Dan, C, Buck Norris, or D, the Imposter? Cast your votes for a chance to win some free Joe.
Blake Porter nailed it fast on the gun.
Quick.
Blake
All
Porter's
right,
the winner.
Porter.
He guessed B, Decoy Dan. We will be sending you a bag of coffee, Blake. Just need you to send us a message, either on Facebook or Instagram. Just private message us what your mailing address is, and then whether or not you want ground or whole bean, and we'll get that sent out.
Amy and Shane Bunce, what are the odds you guys are hunting the same tree stand? thank you guys all for guessing. And for tuning in, obviously. And I'm hoping the action picks up here. We're getting close. We got probably an hour 40 of legal light, something like that. Well, probably not quite that much. Hour 20.
And they told me, they're like, no. I was like, I should be at my 27. They're like, no, you're better off not being there. He said it right into the ravine there. He said he was west of him.
Where I'm at, it is 6:25 tonight, legal. So I'm assuming the Wisconsin guys are probably 6:15, 6:20, and the guys in Iowa, which are further west, are probably 6:40-ish. We got time. It's early.
Not a bad guess. Hour 20 for some, hour 40 for the others.
Yep. For sure. Spot on. Shane says he's packing the camper and his wife is hunting. Hell of a guy.
Ah. Well, Amy, thanks for tuning in from the stand.
He's fucking 200 inches. Oh, I shouldn't swear. He's 200. What? I shouldn't swear. But yeah, he's enormous. I've seen him. I've shot him. You've shot him. I mean, there's a really slim chance that he walks that fence line right into here, but it's possible.
So, B, you're talking about southern Iowa being your next destination, and I'm going to go ahead and pull you in on this conversation with a mouthful of beef jerky, so you're going to have to answer to the best of your ability. You're good, man.
Over here pounding jerky.
Yeah. Yeah. Is it Chandler that you've been taking? Introducing to hunting and taking out shed hunting, and is that his name?
Yep, Chandler. So my girlfriend's got a son. He just turned 13, and he's never been around hunting. His Heather's dad, he was a hunter, but he passed away, probably 8 years ago, roughly. So Chandler never really had anybody to teach him how to hunt. So when I started dating Heather, he obviously has been around me hunting and talking about it, and I'm always excited about it. So it was only a matter of time before he started asking questions, asking if he could go with, and kind of started with shed hunting and then just shooting 22s, and that kind of led into turkey hunting and now deer hunting. I took him this year for the first time for the youth hunt, and he shot a hell of a first deer. And then I've taken him with me a couple times bow hunting. He hasn't shown interest in bow hunting yet, but he's definitely like asking questions. Like, hey, do I, what kind of bow would I need to kill a deer and this and that. So I think eventually he'll get into it. But for now, he definitely loves the turkey hunt, loved deer hunting with a gun. And yeah, it's been a lot of fun taking him with, because he's a really smart kid and he listens. And when you tell him something, he retains that, which goes a long ways when you're hunting with a 13-year-old. Like, he's good about sitting still, being quiet, and it's been a lot of fun for both of us.
Awesome. Awesome. Man, in my experience, kids absolutely eat up target shooting a bow. They just love it. So if you can get him turned on to that, I guarantee you he'll be probably filming for you soon.
Been joking about that with Mike and Spitzley about him dropping out of school and being a cameraman.
Yeah. Ah, man, there's opportunity there. There's a, what do they call that when you can leave school early? Dual enrollment. You could bring him out there in the woods, pick him up at noon, and hit it for the afternoon. That works. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. I take my 14-year-old to work with me from time to time for that reason. We've got a standing appointment that's at least once a month when he's putting his backpack down and picking up the tools.
Hell yeah. Real life shit.
Yep. Man, I'm loving the look of this scenario the Elliots have set up right now. Everything's right. We're missing one ingredient. We're gonna have ourselves a chili.
Justin Vogel said he rattled in a big boy this morning, came running and could not get drawn. Fingers crossed for tonight. Good luck, Justin. Hopefully you get another crack at him. Tim Sattler says he's taken both of his kids out to the stand this year. They don't like it when they can't come with. Yep. Chandler's the same way. I've told him a couple times, like, not today, bud. And he doesn't like that either.
Yeah. That's what honestly has driven me this year to be investing more in the earlier section of the deer season, more than I have in the past, like recon and knowing what's going on and hopefully succeeding a little earlier in the year, is that if I don't, then I'm going to be hunting the rut with my boys and the focus is going to be on what they shoot. So selfishly, I want to try and get it done before that.
Mm-hmm.
But that's Tim Sattler. That just means you're doing something right. My kids are the same way. They don't, if they know I'm going, they want to come with me, and it sucks to tell them no, but the alternative would be worse if they didn't even care, So you're doing something right.
PY Steve says my two boys learned quick. They're 19 and 21, and my almost 21-year-old son has shot bigger bucks than me. Both listened and learned well. I learned from my uncle. He passed 3.5 years ago. That's passing it on.
Yes, sir. Doing the Lord's work, Steve.
Sorry to hear about your uncle.
Yes, sir. Yeah, that's a weird place, Steve, that you probably found yourself in. Eventually you had to realize that the guy that was your source was gone and you had to be the new source. And it's a tall ask. So props to you for stepping up. Portscheller made it. Watching from the stand tonight, so he's lip reading. Well, he's doing better than half of our boys watching and listening. Yeah, action's a little bit slow, so we're going to jump into a third commercial break real quick here. Stick around. Again, we're split screen, so if anything does pop off, we'll be right back.
testing of the 2024 lineup began years ago.
Put it to the test in Missouri, Kansas, Ohio.
That's a beautiful sight. Look at that.
Bringing together this collection of minds of people who actually spend collectively thousands of days in the woods.
It was pretty amazing to see how quickly they could adapt and go, okay, that little piece is gone and we're going to fix it.
It just got fine-tuned into something that, in my opinion, is no doubt the best whitetail gear on the planet.
I mean, that's lungs.
Welcome back. Checking back in with Andrew in Iowa. We've got some comments we're checking in on. Steve says tough to keep himself going back out after the passing of his uncle, and took him 2 years to get a deer, and it was a rough couple years. Man, I get that 100%. We've all been through it. We have, every single one of us, I believe, has been through something like that and come out the other side. So good job, dude. Way to keep your head up. Justin Vogel, welcome to the TVP Club. Another edition. Thank you. You will not be disappointed. And B, you were saying we had a Facebook message interested in the cost of these live units, and
Yeah, I hadn't been on the Facebook all night, and I was just reading some of the comments on the live stream there, because for those of you watching on YouTube, we're also streaming it live on our Facebook page. And Darren Waldron asked how much one of these live systems cost. He was maybe thinking about getting it so he could run it so his family at home could watch it. And I'm probably not the best one to answer this question, Darren, but they are pretty expensive for the units, the software, and then you have to pay for the subscription also. I would say it's in the thousands. I don't know any exact numbers. Mike would be the one to ask that question, but it's not cheap. I don't know. There might be a better way to stream if you're looking to stream for your family. I'm thinking FaceTime or something. I don't know.
Yeah, Facebook,
and
Facebook Live.
The complications that come with this, I don't think are worth the headache of streaming it at home for the family. Unfortunately, it's possible, but I think it would take the fun out of the hunt.
And filming in general takes the fun out of the hunt for me.
Yeah.
I can't imagine trying to make it happen live. It's all the gear and stuff.
Yeah. It's a whole nother element for sure.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure it's like anything else, you know, you game plan for it, get the experience and figure out what works well, what doesn't, and whittle it down and make it not so painful. But for a guy like me who messed around with it a few times, holy crap, it sucked.
Yeah.
It is quiet. What do you got for another one? Is it louder? I think he's gonna blow louder. God, I'm always scared to blow the reeds out. Oh yeah, my boy.
Commercial.
We got a buck by Mansell, looks like. Just caught the ass end of him.
It's definitely a buck.
There's that buck again by Mike. I think he said he might have been busted up. Kind of looks like the same one from earlier.
Looked like he had a body on him.
Girthy.
We last week had a comment that I don't know that we addressed about your process for joining the crew. How does that work?
It's so when Mike and I started the Breaking Point, we're filming our 13th season right now, and when we started, Mike and I have kind of always been like the center of the group.
Two balls in the sack, I would say.
Yeah, 2 balls in the sack. Yeah, something like that. I can't think straight now. But no. We've always had a group of people with us because obviously 2 guys, especially when we started this, 2 guys that were working, 50 hours a week and hunting on the weekends and trying to, at that time, we were filming for TV. So we needed 13 episodes in order to get a time slot on TV. And for 2 guys that are working a full-time job to produce 13 episodes is nearly impossible. So we knew we needed a good group of people to make this work. So I want to say we were probably around a total of 8 people when we started. And we've kind of always been between that 8 and 15 number, I would say, throughout the years. Life happens. Some people get married, have kids, don't want to mess with the filming anymore. People move. Just like I said, life happens. So the group has changed a little bit over the course of those 13 years. But I feel like, these last 5 years or so, I would say that we've had the best group of people that we've ever had since the beginning. Most of our people are located either Iowa or Wisconsin. Spitzley and Ross are in Michigan. We got 2 guys down in Missouri, the Monzik brothers. But we aren't really looking to add to the group right now, but I'm not going to say we're never going to be looking. It just needs to be the right fit. Obviously, with the filming, we have a very low tolerance. Like self-filming is not acceptable. A lot of people say, "Oh, I film my hunts or whatever. How do I become part of the group?" And the people that we would be entertaining, the idea of adding to the group would almost have to come as like a duo, somebody that hunts and films with somebody, have to be serious about it. It ain't film hunts when it's convenient for you and the guy you hunt with. It's you don't go to the woods without that guy. Like,
yeah,
we have a zero tolerance for that. Like, you have to film everything. It's not just the hunt, it's storylining throughout the year, from shed hunting to any off-season projects, planting food plots. Like, we're with somebody and filming everything we do all year long. For Spitzley or for Mike to put let's just say a 25-minute episode together for the main show, they're going through hundreds of hours of footage to come up with that 25 minutes of what you're seeing. So it's not just going to the tree and filming your hunt, because that's not what we've strived to put out for the viewers, over the years. Like, we want to put out like a higher quality show and kind of tell the entire story in that 20 to 30 minute time frame.
Yep. So I think what you're saying is this is family meal. We're cooking ribeyes. Don't come knocking at the door with Brussels sprouts.
I like Brussels sprouts.
Yes, so do I. That's across the board though for hunting industry stuff. You know, a lot of people are always like, how'd you get involved and how does that work? And it's not, I think the mistake most people make is like they're like, I love Mossy Oak. I want to be a pro staffer. Well, what can you do for Mossy Oak? Probably nothing.
Yeah.
So, you know, like they're a pretty big company. Chances are you're not going to be able to help them out. So that's kind of the angle I think you have to take is show up to the door with an explanation of how you can make something better. If you can't do that,
I mean,
then
I would say the first step, like to anybody that's looking into trying to get into the media side of the hunting industry, is find somebody else that's just as passionate about it as you are and get good at doing it together. Hunt and film with each other as much as you can. And you can go to a company, you know, like us or Midwest Whitetail or anybody and say, hey, we've been doing this for X amount of years. This is what we can do, and be able to put together a sizzle reel or something. And, you know, it almost makes someone like us or any other media company be like, holy shit, we can't ignore something like this. You know what I mean?
Right.
You know, we get people that send us cell phone videos or camcorder videos of a big buck getting killed, and it's awesome. Like, I don't know how many people, you know, over the years have reached out and be like, I kill big bucks every year and I film it, and they'll send what they got, and it's just that. It's them killing a big buck, and it's like, but there's no story. Like, we can't make anything out of just, you know, killing a big buck. It's just there's a lot more that goes into it. I'm not trying to discourage anybody. I'm trying to encourage people like to start filming the entire process, you know.
Yeah.
At least us, that's what we're looking for.
Yep. And that's what originally drew me in to get to know you guys. You know, watching your videos, it was obvious you cared more about the camaraderie and the hanging out. Was that a doe bleat? Was that a can?
I think
definitely was a
on
can.
Call. But yeah, that's kind of been our goal from the beginning. Is we want our stuff to be high quality, but we also want it to be relatable. Like, we're the guys that Mike and I aren't working full-time jobs anymore, but for the first 6 years of our show, you know, we were working 50 hours a week, and all right, I'm going to stop talking because we might have some action here. Mike's got his bow in hand.
Over. Cameraman seemed to be, pretty quick, erratic, like he was trying to hustle.
Mike's got his bow in hand, and he was bleat calling at something. We just don't know what.
He's getting fired up to show off that beast. Kevin Trent tuning back in says, go Vols. He's late again joining. Everybody's doing good, buddy. Good to have you back. Can't wait for 7:30.
Yeah, it's been surprisingly slow for most of the guys here tonight, but we still got about an hour. Sounds like Mike sees something in the willow patch. I think he heard another grunt. Mike's up in the jungle with him tonight. Oh boy.
I wonder what
somebody said right here.
Having...
Spitzley something. I don't know what's going on. Somebody said right here, right here, right here. I don't know who it is yet. Okay, it must be Mansell then.
Mansell's.
2-year-old.
All I heard was 2-year-old, he says. Shit, I got excited. There's a deer.
Got the old throat patch showing off.
Tim asked how high up in the tree we usually sit. I would say I'm roughly 15 to 18 feet generally. I can't really speak for everybody else, but I would say 15 to 18 feet for myself.
Same.
I used to think you needed to get higher, 20 feet plus, but all you're doing, the higher up you get, is making that shot angle harder, in my opinion. So what's the point?
Well, I think you're right to an extent. Like where you guys are at, you're pretty level most of the time, but down here, I could definitely see the need to sit 20, 25 feet in certain instances, because I could be 20 feet up in a tree and a game trail would be right over directly to my right eye level, because I'm on a ridge, you know, like the elevation changes. So I think in those circumstances, you have to gauge it based on the spot. But I think height isn't everything. You know, you don't have to get up high to escape deer. I think positioning and cover is more important than height.
For sure. And sitting still.
Yeah, that's a big one. Yep. Not smelling like yesterday's food. That's a big one.
Don't smell like shit.
Yeah.
Unless you're hunting in the cow pasture.
Right. So what do you typically carry and B for sticks when you're going out? You carry a 4-pack or 3 or 4?
Yeah, if I'm doing a hang and bang, I do 4.
Yeah.
A lot of the private stuff I hunt, I've already got stands pre-hung. But if I'm doing a hang and bang, I usually use 4 sticks, and I get as high as they can get me, and that's where I'm at. I'm gonna say that's typically right around 18 feet. If I had to guess.
15 to 18, like you said.
Yeah.
Yep.
I know Ross, he would go with 5 or 6 cheeks weeks. He liked to get up. He liked to get up there.
Say it. Yeah. Old Cheeks likes to get way up in there.
Yeah.
And there are definitely instances that call for that, you know. But like you said, man, you get up there to a certain point and you're shooting directly downward at everything.
Yeah. It makes a 15-yard shot a way more difficult shot than it needs to be when you get that high.
Right.
Like, I almost enjoy hunting. I got some stands that are probably only 10 to 12 feet off the ground, and I almost prefer that if you got the right cover to do it, because you know, it's your shot angle is so much better.
Right. It's like standing in the backyard.
Mm-hmm.
The closer you can get to what you practice, the better you're going to do.
For sure. That's just it. How many people practice shooting 25 feet out of a tree before they go hunt 25 feet out of a tree?
Right.
I mean, I'm sure some do, but most probably don't.
Right.
And it's completely different.
100%. Yeah, you get a little, at a steep angle, you get a little rib ricochet and you've got a surface wound compared to what could have been a heart shot, you know, from 10 feet up.
Mm-hmm.
But I will say I hate nothing more than the guys that use one stick. I can't respect it. I want to. I see some of them are very successful, but I just don't care.
Tell us how you really feel.
That's pretty much it. PY Steve says he was going to say 15 to 20 feet is sufficient, and he does a lot of ground hunting. It's fun and can be crazy. Steve, I'm right there with you, man. That's one of my favorites. Honestly, I bought a new stand and sticks this year, and up until now, I have done 99% of my hunting on the ground. Aside from ladder stands that have been there for 25 years, I typically just go. Mornings are my favorite. The leaves are wet. I can sneak around, and I've been successful for a long time doing it. So that's always been my favorite. But there's something about just the, I don't know if it's just the work involved in walking in the dark and hanging a stand and setting up and sitting there and watching the sunrise. That's a different kind of enjoyable that I enjoy maybe even more than ground hunting. Nah, probably not more, but equally.
Looks like we got a buck on the field by Elliot. I agree with you, Josh. I think both have a time and place. Ground hunting, stand hunting. That's one thing about, hauling a stand into the woods. You're obviously carrying more weight. You're spending more time. You're risking the noise factor of making noise setting up. But when you get up in a tree, there's obviously benefits to being off the ground that you don't get on the ground. But if you're on the ground, you can make moves. If you're in the tree, that's your spot, at least for that sit.
Right. Yep.
So, to each their own.
Yeah, and I think it's a limiting factor for a lot of people too. Like thinking that you gotta buy all this crap and get way up there and set up and even freaking saddles. But if you're saddle hunting right now, you're probably spending $800 to get up 15 feet off the ground or close to it, in most cases. And it turns a lot of people off. And the guys that I know that are getting into hunting, I'm always like, just walk out there, find you a down tree, sit up in that root ball or in that, in the branches of it, and just don't move and be quiet. It doesn't cost you a dime. And I bet you'll enjoy yourself, and I bet you'll even maybe see some deer.
Mm-hmm. Hayden Zaradka chimed in. Hayden was an intern with us last year. He just killed a hell of a buck in Wisconsin this last week.
Hayden, good to hear from you, buddy.
Pick Narks shot his Kansas buck this year from the ground. Hell yeah, Pick.
That his name is Nick Parks.
Oh shit. No, I can't see it.
Got a vote going on the YouTube live. We're gonna drop a deer tonight or not? So far we got 17 votes, 86% saying yes, something like that. I know I threw a yes on there.
Kevin Trent has great sense of humor. He says, when you only got one leg and no hands, I'm hunting on the ground every time.
He's the man.
He is a man.
Oh, there he is. He might be a
three-pointer. All right. Action's
Another little
picking
guy
up by
coming
Elliot.
out.
Yep. I don't know exactly when shooting time is there for the Wisconsin boys, but it's got to be roughly 6:15 to 6:25-ish. So we still got time. And the deer are finally starting to move. It's been slow here so far most of the night for all these guys, but starting to pick up.
Chris Lancaster says, "What are you using on the ground?" And Pick Narcs says, "Compound bow." Yeah, man. Compound, rifle, muzzleloader.
50 cal.
It really doesn't matter what you're... Yeah, whatever you're using.
Oh, shit. Let's jump over to Andrew. He's out to bang the antlers.
Sounds a little Western.
Is that a mule deer set, or is that a...
Yeah, it looked like a muley set.
It might be a white... Yeah, that's a muley set. Old move, Cotton.
Sounds like cottonwood and tumbleweeds to me.
Jimbo's like, hold my beer. That's all you got? Isaac Olson, Cooley Region Whitetails, just joined the club. We appreciate it. That's Isaac. He was also an intern with us last year. And I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure he's filming Ross in Iowa right now.
Ooh.
Those guys are out. Him and Cheeks Weeks
Ross
are
the
out
Boss?
getting after it. Yeah.
Ross the Boss and Co.
Ross got a signed permission slip to hunt this weekend.
Hell yeah. Way to go, boy. We got Chris Lancaster asking too, what are you using when you choose to hunt on the ground? A blind or a down tree? It doesn't matter, man. Honestly, like I was saying, if it's wet and the leaves are not crunching, I don't sit in a blind. I mean, that's the whole advantage of being hunting on the ground. You can move. You know, if you're not seeing action, get up and cruise and move super slow. Be very still as you do it, and you'll find that you blend right in, man. Critters start not even noticing you. It's a pretty cool thing. So in certain circumstances, yeah, the ground blind is great if it's super dry and you want to sit on the ground. Yes, or a down tree. You know, growing up in Michigan, you would see deadfall blinds made all over the place when you wander around the woods. And it'd typically be where loggers would come through and then hunters would come through afterward and hack a few pieces and stack them here and there and make you a little hole to sit in. And you'd find a bucket, probably a few empty bush lights and maybe a carton of Marlboro Reds in there. And you knew damn well it's probably a good spot to sit. But the point being, the tactics, the cover, you can get out there and make it. You don't need to buy it. You can figure it out and you can get out there and make it yourself.
I think it's 604.
All right, before the action heats up here, we're going to roll it through some more commercials here from all the brands that support RUT Live.
Stick around.
Hey, I'm Colton, and I suck at hunting. But you know what else that sucks? Insurance.
She's gonna come right behind us right here.
But if you know somebody that needs help with health or Medicare, give me a call. That's at least something I can make suck a little less. Contact me at the insurance center. Hey, I don't suck anymore.
Thanks for sticking around. Welcome back. Checking back in with Andrew. Currently in talks with his cameraman to bump the ISO up so these shots are a little bit brighter for us.
All right, let's stay on Andrew here. Like I said earlier, he is in an urban unit, and I think he's got doe tags in his pocket, so we might see something fly here. Man, Quentin's got that camera dark as shit. What is going on here?
Scanning like a madman.
What's going on?
Let's go ahead and switch back to the Elliots for a minute while we figure out what's going on there. We got
She didn't come through right here, hopefully.
a doe out in front of Peterson, but struggle bus with the camera. Here we go. Here we go. Now we're getting somewhere. These boys might be looking to put one in the freezer.
Hopefully she comes out and turns. Come on, girl.
I'm laughing at Colton's comment. Camera needs to be at negative 0.3 brightness. I trained him turkey hunting.
These deer are killing me right now.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, deer, yeah, not you. Just deer in general. You can turn go. Yeah. I really didn't have her here either.
All right, back to Elliott's. Kind of seemed like a shit show going on over there in the city. It wasn't happening.
Here shortly.
I gotta get back to the Elliott. We apologize for that brief Blair Witch Project display we just showed there.
Sometimes you got to bust out the Sony Handycam.
We're going back. We're going back. Back to Andrew in the city. We got the doe coming back, it looks like.
Forward in time, because it's obviously 2 hours later where he is. Seymour says, geez, Michael J. Fox on the camera tonight.
It's a little buck.
Even Seymour runs it better. Colton's submitting resumes as well for cameraman position. Better pick it up, Quentin.
It's probably a little button buck. I don't shoot button bucks, dude. I try not to.
For those of you wondering, Spitzley's in the studio, just got a Charlie horse. He is struggling.
Yeah.
He says we don't gotta tell him, but we gotta tell him.
Uh-oh. Got a Charlie horse.
You need more electrolytes, bud.
Yep. Eat a pickle, dog.
Now I hear a four-wheeler or something. Crotch rocket, maybe. Quentin's just getting roasted in the Snapchat group. Everyone's like, turn that shit up, kid.
That's why he's out here. That's why
there he goes.
It's a little buck, and he's seeing where the fight's at.
Everybody cranking up the ISO.
What?
It's a pretty steady rain. Must be there for Andrew.
Yeah, I can hear it.
Yeah.
Hey, there he goes, turning the brightness up.
Get the GoPro on. Turkey. See it.
We got 34 votes in the chat. 85% yeses on dropping a deer tonight in the live. Was that buck specific or just deer, Spitz? Just a deer. Feel good with those odds.
I was curious too, because the way they came in, like I was like, for a mom and a fawn or a yearling, like, you know, like I was like, man, that mom is not on high alert at all. This rain fucking sucks.
He apologized for the language.
Yeah, normally you don't bust out those kind of words till the wind picks up.
Someone's on the can call.
Hey. Got to keep them on their toes. Still no love on the Deke tonight.
No.
Just want to go ahead and make a formal announcement here. Quentin, we all love you. You're doing a great job. Keep up the good work. As I tell my boys on the basketball team, you might have missed that shot, buddy, but you got another one coming.
Yo. See, this is why you need to be live, Spitz. Nobody heard that, but
Yes, he does. He needs to be mic'd up. We need to get Spitz mic'd up because it's getting complicated.
He's dropping one line.
He doesn't usually.
So you guys can hear it.
He doesn't. Yeah, he doesn't chime in as much when you're not on here, B. You must have him fired up tonight.
Yeah. He used to.
I remember a few years ago, Spitz used to be kind of a regular co-host. Have to manage all of this and co-host at the same time, but things were a little more simple then. We've got some comments with some call for maybe running a rut live during turkey season, which is fun. Which is funny because we all got together one year and we're live from the strut, and that was kind of what kicked off this whole thing when we started doing podcasting and trying to go live with the hunting and stuff. So full circle.
Yeah, we tried it with the turkey. Actually, right when we invested in these live units, we experimented with some turkey hunting, and the problem is with the turkey hunting, you're always running and gunning. So the units, not only are you hoping they connect and stay connected where you're at, if you got to make a move on a turkey, it was kind of a pain in the ass, to be honest with you. I think we ended up killing a couple birds the day we did it, but it's not like you can be mobile like you want to be when you're turkey hunting, and it's a huge crutch to carry these live units around during turkey season.
Yeah. You end up with like 50% quality on both fronts, on the kill and the filming.
For sure.
But it would be cool to get together and do a hunt again. Maybe just do a broadcast where we recap sometime.
Yeah.
But that'd be fun.
Yeah, you need to come up and turkey hunt with us again. It's been too long.
It has been too long. I'm coming up this year for the Dells.
She's walking this way.
Book it. Oh, for the Dells? Shit. That could be trouble.
Yeah, boy.
Oh, no. I gave myself a curfew last year. I think it was like, was it 11 or 1?
I lost her now.
I think it was 11.
Oh, it's pretty early. How'd it go?
Second one back behind her.
I stuck to it because I knew I was going to be sitting in the booth for 8 hours the next day.
Yeah.
I've learned.
Those shows.
I've learned in Wisconsin.
Shows can be rough. Go ahead.
There's a third one.
Yeah. Sounds like Andrew's got some deer.
I almost had that tree right there too. That's awesome.
Man, that's a steady rain. What is he rocking rain gear tonight? Or is he just sitting out there fleecing?
I have no idea. Really? I don't know, unless I'm off.
I would imagine legal shooting, you got about 20 minutes or so left for them, or less. Probably less. For the Elliots, sorry, as we discuss them. While the rest of you are wondering what in the hell we're talking about. Andrew's got this steady rain going in Iowa, but we're going to get a closer from the Elliots here in a minute. They've got what looks like a yearling out in the field, but daylight's kind of dwindling down for them. Got PY Steve chiming in on the YouTube, talking about his turkey hunting, saying last spring was disappointing. Had a guy trespass and shoot 2 of his birds, but he caught that guy on camera. In New York, they're a 1-bird state, and the game wardens ticketed that individual.
Good.
He says, "Guess I shouldn't say my birds. I don't own them, but it was on my property without permission." And those are your birds, Steve. I don't care what New York says. Don't you ever bow to those fools. You need to move down south. All right, we're going to try and grab a closer from the Elliots as they lose daylight here, but with deer in the field, we might not be able to. This is a highly sensitive spot. We were really hoping for big things tonight from these boys, and they were too, obviously. Make sure and tune back in. Maybe we'll get another crack next week. If they do, you don't want to miss it. Meanwhile, Andrew's still out there soaking. Dial it in, boys. Keep it together.
Now she wants some clover right now.
Yeah.
It's a bad time. Are we good? Well, we got about 2 minutes to close. It was a pretty uneventful night as far as rut action. We had those 2 fawns in that doe work behind us here right away. And then a couple other deer in the plot. 1 fork buck, that's the only buck we saw. There's still a fawn down here right below us at about 35, feeding on the clover, but we're going to try and get out of here. And without spooking her, I don't know if that's going to be possible or not, but we'll at least try and get out of here before there's any more deer in the plot. But the way tonight went, shouldn't be a problem, I don't think. So it can only get better from here. So thanks for watching. Sorry it was slow, but that's just rut hunting sometimes. So we're gonna pack up and try and get out of here.
All right, didn't turn out the way they hoped for the boys in Wisconsin, but doesn't mean it won't next week. Things are just going to continually get hotter. We're going to check back in with Andrew here in Iowa. Hopefully he's done taking his shower. Maybe still soaping the balls.
Got a doe out there.
And I'm assuming that's cattle farm property, looks like.
I'm not sure. All I know is they're hunting the urban unit. I don't know if he's on like a designated area or if he's on a permission piece or what the case is, but I do know that he is hunting the urban unit tonight.
Yeah, it definitely looks like cow pasture.
That doe walking straight at him.
Oh, she going left. She got a little baby behind her? Or am I seeing things?
I see 4 deer right now.
Whole bunch
of
deer. Yeah.
2 mature does, it looks like, and maybe 2 fawns. That one's coming right at him.
Yeah. Now she is.
We've seen a handful of small bucks hanging out in the marsh. We had one spiker chasing in the cornfield next to us. There was a spiker out there before, a little late. Just some small bucks cruising and some does. Really had high hopes that we'd see Ozzy again tonight, but I knew I kind of had a window here of him potentially kind of staying on the same pattern, and who knows, he could easily have found a doe, and he's locked up with her now. So once we get into that kind of stage in this property, it kind of throws a wrench in everything, and it's just kind of a crapshoot. So yeah, I think that's about it. We're gonna back up here, and we're gonna be on Brandon's piece all day tomorrow. Hopefully hopefully see a little more action than this.
We're going to check back in with Mansell and get a closer from him real quick. Hopefully he's warm.
We're closing in here on the last 20 minutes of light here in Iowa. It was honestly a better night than I thought it was going to be. We've seen a few bucks here chasing does, and just nothing big. Biggest one we've seen was probably kind of a busted up 3-year-old 8. But yeah, we had a guy hunting a couple of 100 yards from us, rattling and grunting all night. Thought maybe it was Jim out here for a little while, but he's back home. So now we're gonna stick it out here. We got wet here for a few minutes. The rain stopped now, but with this overcast weather, we're gonna lose light here pretty soon. So hopefully we can get it done here still tonight. But if not, we're gonna be back out again tomorrow. We got a wind switch coming, which will open up a few more options on hunting some different properties. So looking forward to that. But thanks for watching, everyone, and we'll catch you here next week for our final RUT Live.
My hand is just soaked.
B, what do we got here? Switching back to Andrew. He's got some does, some fawns. Think you might want to try and take one of these?
I do. I really do. I think he's got to shoot at least 3 does in the city. And I think those guys try to shoot 4 or 5 because it's kind of a ranking system. And whoever shoots the most does is guaranteed a buck tag. So if one of these does comes close enough, Andrew's definitely shooting. It's kind of hard to tell. It looks like 2 adult does and maybe 2 fawns in that group.
Yeah.
But they're still out there a little ways.
Come on.
Oh shit. Gonna fight. They are working his way.
Yeah. Hopefully the pace lines up.
It's definitely not as dark as what that screen looks like either. I think Quentin's camera settings are a little jacked up. He needs to figure it out right now, though.
Coming straight from the boss. So ISO, we talk about that. Explain what that is.
Spitzley probably knows what it stands for, but it's more or less the light that you're allowing into the camera. Like, you can control, like if it's super bright, you can turn the ISO way down. If it's getting darker, you can turn the ISO way, up higher, and it will make the screen brighter, in layman's terms.
Yeah, I don't know what that means for photography versus videography. I understand aperture, leaving it open longer for low light, but when it comes to video, all that shit is over my head.
Yeah. I'm not good at explaining it, but I know what it needs to be at.
How to do it. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
How to do it. Yeah. So the important thing is not what it means, but what it does. When you change your ISO from higher to lower,
You're changing the brightness.
what happens?
It's essentially like on your cell phone when you go to that toggle screen to make your screen brighter or darker. That's exactly what it is.
Gotcha. But it's input instead of output, right? Like the amount of light coming into the camera instead of the amount of light going out to a display.
Correct, yes. Yeah, it's not like he's setting off a flash or anything like that. It's
No powder and smoke.
Don't move too much.
This doe's still creeping.
Is she looking at us?
Probably looking at Quentin.
Old Spitz is chiming in saying he might have had a shooter at one of his stands tonight. It's very ambiguous.
I can't. I'm assuming it is. I just can't tell. He's just far enough away. It's tough to tell. He's just far enough away. I can't tell how big it is, but I'm assuming it's a buck.
Got us a buck a ways out. I actually had a new buck come in tonight on one of my cameras at 6:39 Eastern, so half an hour ago. First movement I've seen.
Buck out there too.
Nah.
Clear back in that corner.
I'd have led with that, B. He was right. No, I got a little Forky on cams. Kind of a weird looking buck. Honestly, his right side looks like a 2-year-old 6-point, and his left side looks like a 1-year-old fork.
Hell yeah.
Send it. See if I can't line it up here. Little dinker. See that right side? Got some mass. There's like a little bit coming out of there, but that left side's just a little bitty fork.
I think he's on his way down.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Probably 7, 8 years old.
Take him out.
No, I really like hunting that little piece. It's 25 acres. It's skinny. It's kind of, compared to most of what I hunt, it's urban. I mean, it's not at all, but it's close to a highway, a 4-lane, and a little bit different than most of what I hunt, but it almost seemed like a freebie to me this year. So going in there and throwing out a camera and seeing what was around, I wasn't expecting much, and I found 5, 6 little bucks running around. So I'll take my boys over there and hopefully shoot a couple of them. So that's all I'm after.
Yeah. Good to have options.
You damn right. Guys, we got one more commercial break. We're going to get in here in the next few minutes. Maybe another one after that. We'll see what Spitzley has in his pocket. Stick around. We're going to split screen it. Anything pops out, you won't miss it.
fucking bitch.
You've reached the voicemail of Greg Godfrey with Tethered. Unfortunately, I'm out of the office this week. I am attending a new product development conference in the Midwest, and I will be out all week. Please leave me a message, and I will get back with you as soon as I can.
All right. Appreciate you guys sticking with us. We are down to the last probably 10 minutes for these boys in Iowa. The Wisconsin guys have checked out, but still a little bit of time here.
Got the owls hooting up tonight. One of my favorite things about being in the woods, man.
Hoot, hoot.
Oh, Mansell rocking the old deer camp hoodie. Or hat, excuse me. One of my favorites. You guys still selling those on the website?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yep. Slinging them.
I had a lot of people ask me about that hat.
Yeah.
Seemed
We
like
got
it was a
that
good one.
from we got that from some boys out in Ohio. They came up to our booth and gave me a hat with that design on it probably four years ago now. And then we ended up buying the design from them and put it on hats.
Cool. There you go. One more avenue to get involved in the industry or in the team, you know?
Yep. Show up with a cool hat design.
That's it. There you go, Mansell. Hack that loogie.
So when you getting out again, Josh?
Oh. Let me see. This week I have 3 basketball games. Tomorrow we have church. Maybe tomorrow evening, if I get lucky. I might creep out behind the house, depending on what the cameras show tonight. If it looks like it's worthwhile. Honestly, man, your piece of advice that you gave that guy last week about less being more hit home for me hard. It made me realize something I already knew, but it reminded me that as a dad, it really is more. Less really is more. Like, I need to be smarter. I need to be more efficient. I need to know when these deer are moving, where they're moving, so that I can go target them and be successful and also be at everything else I've got going on, you know? So that was a big thing for me. I'm trying to not take away from family time, but also be a killer. So I'm hoping I can make that happen this. Yeah. So it'll be based on that. We've got cold fronts coming up, you know, that are advertised. We'll see if it actually happens. In that case, like if we get a good cold snap, a pressure change, something like that. I own my own business. I'm self-employed, so I've got the opportunity to go any week morning that I want to. So as soon as the stars align, buddy, I'll be there.
Hell yeah.
It just
Yeah,
just doesn't feel like right now is that time. Like just this core few days is probably not worth going out for me.
Yeah, me and Spitzley were talking about that the other day. I've hunted probably less this year than I've hunted in the last 5 or 6 years, and because I got a little girl at home now, so my life's obviously way different. And but it doesn't mean I'm not trying to make my hunting time as good as it can possibly be. I'm banking off, the weather, the moon, and all those things. Like that's how I'm, home for a week, gone for a week, home for a week. So I'm like watching conditions, and I want to make sure when I am gone for a week, I'm hunting at the right times and giving myself the best opportunity because I do have less time to hunt. So I'm trying to hunt smarter and not harder. Like years past, I'd be in a tree like every day, and doesn't necessarily mean you've got a better opportunity. Like sometimes staying off of a farm for a week and letting it soak, letting the deer do them, and not putting pressure on them gives you a better opportunity when you do go there a week later or whatever it is.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I've had a lot of success hunting deer in my lifetime. And it was never before I got involved in the industry and, trying to prove that I could do it, I guess you would say. There was never any pressure, and it was always successful. Like I always killed nice bucks, and never felt like I had to. So I think one of the secrets to doing that is not feeling like you have to.
Hunt loose.
Yes, 100%. 100%.
For sure.
If you have expectations and pressure are not your friend.
No. Gotta have fun with it.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's cool to see you with baby girl, figuring that out and kind of learning that now at this stage in life. And it's unique because you have an opportunity to show a lot of guys a perspective they're waiting to see, how to be a badass deer slaying killer and a good dad too.
Yeah. I'm trying. Yeah. Man, it's tough leaving her at home, man. She's just nonstop smiling all the time. It's different packing the truck and leaving. That's for damn sure.
Yep. But guys, thanks for tuning in, all of you, everybody viewing. We really appreciate it. We wouldn't do this without you, obviously. All the sponsors that pitch in and make this show possible, and the boys that are working hard behind the scenes, and the moms that are back home and keeping things going while everybody's out doing what they do. It's a huge machine of moving parts, to say the least. And we're very grateful for absolutely every cog, every gear that makes the machine roll. So thank you all.
Sure.
B, what do you got?
Yeah. Kind of just spinning off what Josh just said. Appreciate all you guys for watching. Huge thanks to Spitzley for running everything behind the scenes, making this happen.
We're not sure what he does, but he does it well.
We don't know what he does, but he's doing something. Huge shout out to all the guys hunting, the camera guys. Like Josh said, we got families and kids at home now. We're getting older, and we truly appreciate everybody taking the time to support this, all the brands that donate items for our giveaways. Can't say thanks enough. Quick reminder that it is daylight savings tonight, so set your clocks back. If you're hunting in the morning, don't be late. It's going to get light earlier. And we got one more week of RUT Live. We'll be back again next Saturday, November 8th. And with the time change, it's going to be an hour earlier, so 2:30 Central Time next Saturday. And it'll be the finale for the year. Hopefully we can end the season with a bang. So thanks
it's gonna be the
for
one.
watching RUT Live. I hope so.
I promise you, it's going to be the one. It's going to be the one. Thank you all. Love you guys. Glad to be here. Have a good weekend.
See you next week.
Yeah, I've been looking for a big one, but it's really hard to find.
Is this one big enough?
I think I'll keep looking.
Hey, I've got one over here I can show you.
Well, I hope yours is bigger than the one the last guy showed me.
I think I have exactly what you're looking for.
Yep, that's huge.
Try it out.
I'll take it. Sorry, boys.